Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you could tap in and you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, stacking that paper, that cheese, and that mozzarella, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top. We are not stopping. Well over 30,000 subscribers right here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Yeah, I said that. The Realest channel on YouTube, my G's. Listen, man, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane. And if you merge into this lane, trust me, we gonna crash out. We gonna crash out behind this FBA business and this FBA culture. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now listen, man, wipe your feet off before you walk into the big house. Wipe your feet off, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's ringing every time we go live here at Grown Man Business TV. And I mean stand on business, FBA business to be exact. So big salute, man. Y'all already know how I give it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, FBA Kush Boy, I see you in the chat. Lisa, I see you in the chat. This is gonna be a late night tap in. You know what I mean? You see the thumbnail, right? You know, you see the title. We're going to have a conversation tonight about, you know, Kendrick Lamar's message. It's still resonating. It's still ringing bells. That whole halftime show still got a lot of people talking. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But when you take the message and you put it over entertainment, yeah, let me say that again. When you take the message of FBA culture, FBA business, FBA authority, you understand me? And you put that above entertaining the masses, this is what's going to happen. People are still talking. People are still trying to catch the nuances of that performance. And one aspect of that performance that I want to home in on is the 40 acres and a mule bar. Oh yeah, man, you wouldn't believe how many people, you know, are in an uproar. How many people got their panties in a bunch because Kendrick Lamar spoke on the 40 acres in a mule. You know what I mean? Now, you know, we gonna get into this. Big salute to the chat. But again, man, it's integrity over the bag. What you saw with Kendrick Lamar in that halftime show was a black man, FBA business, putting integrity over the bag. And we're going to talk about that. So big salute to the chat, man. I'm going to give you all a few minutes to come in here. You know, again, when you make sure your notification bells are on, when you make sure you wipe your feet off before you walk into the big house, I can go live at any time and you will be aware. You'll be able to tap in and get this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. All right. But before we do that, you already know I gotta customize the situation. Lisa, I see you in the chat. You know what I mean? FBA Kush Boy 420, I see you in the chat. Yeah, big wrenches. Let me do a little customization to the live stream. You know what I mean? You already know how we giving it up, man. This is Grown Man Business TV. You are tapped into the Realest on YouTube. Bow. You see that right there in the chat. You know what I mean? That has to come into the chat. I got to make that a thing. You understand me? So whenever you think about using your Twitter fingers in the chat, whenever you think about telling me your opinion, whenever you want to tap in and talk to Grown Man Business TV, all in the chat, that's cool and all that. But make sure you wipe your feet off. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. You know what I mean? You know, these things got to be put out there before I even give you this dope. It's pure. It's pure. So a lot of the time you come over here, you jump in the chat, you know what I mean? You start partaking in this pure dope and all that. And then you forget to subscribe to the channel. So I got to make sure we do that. You know what I mean? And listen, if you don't subscribe, it's okay. You just won't be able to talk in the chat. Get in the back of the class, sit down in the back of the class and get your hands on this pure dope I'm about to give you. Or we going to have a conversation tonight. So big salute to everybody that's locked in. You know what I mean? I'm going to give y'all a few more minutes while I do some more customization and all of that. You know? We got to do some customizations and all of that in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna make it monetized too. I'm gonna turn it green so they can pay me for this game that I'm giving you. Yeah, I like to do that. Big salute to the chat. You know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, man. We gonna recognize greatness when we see it. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We not gonna talk down and we not gonna disrespect greatness when we see it. Because I want to tell y'all something, and I want you to really understand this. These same people that's talking down on Kendrick Lamar, these same people that got all these questions about the halftime show, these same people that act like they didn't like it, they wasn't feeling it, they wasn't entertained by the halftime show. Those same people would have been pop, lock, and dropping it if Megan Thee Stallion was on the stage, half naked. Those same people would have been very comfortable seeing Sexy Red and Glorilla with their ass out live on television. See, when our black women are degrading themselves, when our black women don't have no respect, when our black women have thrown all shame and integrity out the window, these same white people love it. They eat it up. It make them feel comfortable. It make them feel real comfortable because when they see a strong black woman that stands on 10 toes, that has integrity and respect, that's highly educated, they are afraid of that. They are afraid of seeing black women in their prime. They are afraid of seeing black women, you know what I'm saying, with their clothes on. They fear that. It's the same thing with our black men. You know, you would have got Snoop Dogg up there, crip walking and all that. You would have had 50 Cent up there with a bulletproof vest talking about, well, you could find me in the club, bottle full of bub. You would have saw all that. Those same white people would have been in there dancing, doing backflips, and very, very comfortable. You know, a black man in the club with a bottle full of bub, that don't scare the establishment. You know what I'm saying? You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub, baby. I got what you need if you in there getting rough. See, that don't fear, that don't scare, that don't enlighten, that don't make them fearful. When they see a black man in the club with a bottle full of bub, oh, they real relaxed. He ain't nothing. Don't worry about that, Billy. That's Curtis Jackson. He's a guy in the club with a bottle full of bub. Don't worry about that. But when you see a black man like Kendrick Lamar talking about 40 acres and a mule. Not only was he talking about 40 acres and a mule, but he had SZA on stage fully clothed. Did y'all notice that? Did y'all pay attention to the message in that? SZA. That's my favorite female artist right there. I got a lot of love for SZA. But if you go on her Instagram, SZA is assed out in every post. It's not one post where SZA ain't got the yams out. It ain't one post where SZA ain't got all her ass out on Instagram. But Kendrick Lamar made sure to have that black woman fully dressed. This is a message that went over a lot of people's heads. This is a message that a lot of people don't want to address. Yeah, she was up there singing, being beautiful, being angelic and all that, and she was fully clothed. So I want to put that out there before we get into the situation. When you stand on business, when you can articulate yourself, when you are a heterosexual black man that's the head of his household and you have a message to deliver to black people, you are a threat to the establishment. You are a threat to the establishment, my G. It is a big difference than a bottle in the bub where you can find me in the club and all that. Got 60-year-old Snoop Doggy Dogg doing the Crip walk, understanding that the Crips are one of the biggest destroyers of the black community we ever had in our life. White people understand that. You think they don't know that the Crips and Bloods kill black people? They know that Crips and Bloods destroy black communities, and they don't mind Snoop Dogg doing the Crip walk. They ain't got a problem with Serena Williams doing the Crip walk and all that. We're going to talk about this. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit the like button when y'all come in the building. It's even bigger than Serena. I just threw her in there. You know, for me, it's more about a black man doing it. A grandfather. You got a grown man that got paid a lot of money to get up there and talk about gin and juice and Crip walk For all of these white people at the Super Bowl, I told y'all, integrity over the bag. You know, the same way they got Snoop Dogg, 1 minute he disrespecting Trump, the next minute he's at the inauguration performing for Trump. See, Snoop Dogg has no integrity, and this is one of the biggest rappers and one of the biggest faces in the black community that we have globally, worldwide. Snoop Dogg is known worldwide. You can't go nowhere on the face of the globe and somebody not recognize and know who Snoop Dogg is, and they show us just how much he'll put a bag in front of integrity. Now we gonna lock into this. Big salute to the chat. Now, what I want to do, right? You know, before we get into the real spill, you know, of this, before we really talk about what this is, I just want to play something that gives me a lot of joy. I want to play something that will lighten up the room, and I want you guys to get you know, I want you guys to get an ear and an eye full. Because 1 minute they don't like the halftime show. They wasn't feeling Kendrick Lamar. They wasn't entertained by Kendrick Lamar. And then on Saturday Night Live or whatever you want to call it, now you got the dog first singing Kendrick Lamar. Don't fall for the double cross. Always pay attention to the triple cross. When those people start complaining and they start really lashing out, it's never because they care about what's going on with you. It's because they are fearful. Oh, we don't like that. Me and Karen, we didn't like that halftime show, and we're tired of the ghetto-ness. Wasn't nothing ghetto about it. Now, again, if Sexy Red would have been up there with her ass out, Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion would have been up there with their asses out on live television, on the biggest stage in the world, them same people would have never said that they did. Oh, we loved it. We love Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion, and it's a shame what happened to her toe. But the way she was popping that ass and dropping that ass and pop locking, dropping it, me and Karen, we loved it. Our children, we loved it. That's what they would have said. You gotta be able to see past the double cross and lock in to the triple cross. If they got a problem with it, it's probably because it's something that's going to uplift our community. If they got a problem with it, it's probably because you planting the seed in black men to have some respect about themselves. If they got a problem with it, it's probably because you are asking the right questions. Where is our 40 acres and a goddamn mule? Now, again, before we get into what's real, you know what I mean? 200, 300 people in the live chat. Run the likes up when you come in here. I expect you to come into the building and immediately hit the like button. We should already be at 100 likes. You feel what I'm saying? The more you like the channel, the more you like the live stream, the more you engage in the comment section, the more we end up in the algorithm and the more the message can be put out there. Oh yeah, last night I told you about gang members. I disrespected all the gang members, and I'm getting a lot of feedback from that. We're going to talk about that later on. Before we get into the real knowledge, and before I give you this pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles, I want you to watch these people. I want you to watch them, and I want you to listen so you can understand they not like us. Oh yeah, they not like us. It don't sound nothing like us when they do it. You know what I'm saying? It sound like kids bop. It sound like kids bop when they do it. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button when you come in here. See what we got.
If you're the one to get your hand-me-down, everybody at the party playing those sounds. We're playing here around certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Pop, 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 fuck 'em. Pop, 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 pop. I'm gonna do myself. Play it through like a bitch, ain't you tired? Try and check a chord and it's probably A minor. A minor. the party playing those sounds. Weird playing here round. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Fuck 'em. I'ma do myself. Play it through like a bitch, ain't you tired? Try second chord and it's probably A minor. A minor.
Oh, oh, I love to see it. I love to see it. But you got to understand something, man. When the downloads is downloading, the downloads is downloading. And even watching them say A minor, it feel different to me. Kendrick Lamar was talking about Drizzy Drake, BBL Drizzy, and how BBL Drizzy like to get down and all that. Kendrick Lamar had the A minor chain on. He was making a point. One of the best diss records of all time. Gotta say that. But that dog fur, when they sing that A minor part, I feel that it hits different. You understand? See, you got to know something. How did y'all not like the show? How did y'all not respect the show? But y'all can sing that A minor part. So because they have been involved with A minor, allegedly. They in tune with the A minor part. When Kendrick, they didn't hear nothing the whole Super Bowl, but they heard that A minor. They heard that. They like that. They with that. The higher ups and the elites is with that. They sex trafficking, organ trafficking, they've been with the A minor situation for a long time. So we gonna talk because the downloads is downloaded. It ain't no way y'all didn't like the 40 acres in the Mule bar. Ain't no way y'all didn't like Kendrick Lamar's performance, but then y'all will take the only part that y'all did like, which was A minor, and y'all perform that. Will Ferrell and the old lady, y'all put that shit into a whole opera. Nasty work, if you ask me. Absolutely nasty work. And again, here at Grown Man Business TV, we gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna articulate it, so you're gonna have to pay me while I'm talking. That's why YouTube be on my case. They be on this channel. They always doing certain things because I'm gonna make you pay. Why would they take that part out the whole song? Come on, son. They love the way Kendrick Lamar said, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wah, fuck him. Wah. I'ma do my stuff. Like he did that. Will Ferrell, you not like us, Will Ferrell, but you did that. You did that for the dog fur. And I'm gonna tell you, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But you did that for your people. The whole song, they could have picked out whatever they wanted to talk about. And they made sure to sing it. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna play it again. Don't you worry about that. Because again, and there's nobody gonna point that out. And then they overextended the A minor part. Oh, they overextended it. I mean, they sung it high, they sung it low. They sung it midstream. I mean, they gave you the A minor on a whole nother level. We was talking about Drizzy Drake and BBL Drizzy. I just want to remind y'all that we was talking about BBL Drizzy, but the way y'all gave it to us, it just felt different. I mean, it felt different the way y'all sung that A minor. Listen to me. What we talking about? Let's look at it again one more time. Let's look at it one more time.
They want to get your hand-me-down. Everybody at the party playing those sounds. Weird playing here round. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Fuck 'em. I'ma do myself. Play it through like a bitch, ain't you tired? Try second chord and it's probably A minor. A minor.
those Hollywood execs and those higher ups and these elites in that crowd and in that building, they knew, they felt that A minor part. They can relate to that. Yeah, we was talking about BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. We was talking about BBL Drizzy. We don't know who the hell what y'all was talking about. I mean, the way y'all sung that to me make me feel like we need to check the back rooms and make sure there ain't no minors in there. I feel like y'all was trying to tell us something when y'all sung that A minor like that. Don't ever get it confused. We not like y'all, and y'all not like us. All right. We was talking to BBL Drizzy. Who that we gonna big salute that. I appreciate that 10-piece nugget. Yeah. Yeah, they was getting freaking, they was singing that like, they was, I don't know, man. The energies is telling me something when I heard y'all sing. It's funny and all that. It's funny. All right. Big salute to the chat, man. We're gonna talk about this. Now, before we get into, we're gonna get right into it. Let's look into something. 40 acres in a mule. That is what is being talked about. That is something that really upset a lot of people. Let me make sure I can find this. Hold on real quick. Just want to make sure I got this under control. Here we go. Right? And again, like I said, right? If it was black women degrading themselves, if it was black men on that stage disrespecting our culture, disrespecting foundational black Americans, disrespecting foundational black authority, right? Everything would have been cool and everything would have been all right. But when you say 40 acres in a mule, it really makes the dog first stand up. You wouldn't believe how many people don't want to hear 40 acres in a mule and they don't want to talk about it. It makes the dog first stand up on the back of the neck. It makes the dog first stand up all over like goosebumps because subconsciously they understand what that means to us and why we were supposed to get it. It's not something that was just talked about. It's not something that was just, conversated about. This was put into law. This was put into law, my G. You understand? And this is something that, again, we were supposed to go to war behind this. When they turned around and they doubled back on law, something that was put into writing, something that was put into legislative, and we did not get it, we were supposed to go to war behind it. But you got to know something. We are so resilient. We understood that we can make do with this. Even though it's going to set us back 500 years, even though it's going to set us back financially, even though it's going to set us back and it's going to create a wealth gap, we'll figure it out. That's the difference between us and them. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to make ends meet. We'll figure out how to gain generational wealth. We'll figure it out. So what I want to do real quick is I just want to play one or two videos and just let you get a glimpse and let you understand, what they really think and how they really feel about reparations for black people. These are the same people you work with. These are the same people you rub shoulders with. These are the same people that say, I am not racist. I love black people. I got black friends. When you ask them about reparations, I'm telling you, this is a glitch in the matrix right here. A glitch in the matrix. Hey man, 450 people in here. Where's the likes at? I ain't gonna do y'all like these other bloggers and stop my message and stop the downloads to make sure y'all get the likes up. I don't want to start doing that. But make the likes match up. If it's 340 people in here, the likes need to match up to a certain extent. I shouldn't have to tell y'all that. This is grown man business. This is not where the kids is at. This is not where children is at. So I'm talking to adults right here. All right? A glitch in the matrix is ask one of your Mexican friends, ask one of your Venezuelan friends, ask one of your white friends, ask one of your Puerto Rican friends, what do you guys think about black people receiving reparations? Because you got to know something. There ain't no racism over here. I got white friends. I got black friends. I got Mexican friends. I got friends from every culture. And I've learned this a long time ago. They love you. They rock with you. But as soon as you bring up reparations, watch that same person that that same white boy, that same Mexican, that same Puerto Rican, Dominican, watch them turn reparations. I don't know, man. Who's gonna pay for it? Why would you guys? That was 400 years ago. Like they're gonna make up every excuse why you and your people shouldn't receive reparations. And these your so-called friends now. I mean, I'm saying, you wasn't a slave. I mean, well, you wasn't in. We're gonna talk about that. Let me just let something play. Big salute to the chat, and we gonna lock in. We gonna lock in. Hit the like button, man. I need 100 likes in here. I've been seeing 444 for a while now. 444 let me know that the wealth is coming. 444 let me know the family is intact. 444 has been letting me know that I'm delivering the right messages, if you like it or not. If you like it or not, homie. So hit the likes. I need 100 likes in here, man. We already at 92. At least get me past 100. Easy money. Your very people that rock with you, that you deal with, Mexicans, Asians, Latinos, white people, Jewish people, Ukrainian, they all have an underlying understanding that nobody wants black people to get reparations, because reparations means a close in the wealth gap. Reparations means we already, damn it, y'all already know y'all ain't like us. We better in every aspect. Soon as the money is involved, there is no catching us. There is no stopping us. The real question is, why would you want to stop us? And I'm going to talk about all this, but don't you want advancement in technology? Don't y'all want to go to the next level? Don't y'all want to live like the Jetsons and all that? I'm telling you, white people don't have it in their DNA to create anything. That's why white people take everything. Respectfully. Caucasian people don't have melanin. They are not connected to the stars. They are not star babies. So they could never take civilization to the next level. They could never push technology to the next level because they are not star babies. So why would you want to hinder the star babies? Why would you want to stop us from creating, from inventing? We invented everything. My people, we invented everything. Our inventions are what make the United States of America a first world country. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit that like button and stop playing. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on real quick. I see what's going on. Get y'all in here. I see what's going on. I was like, damn, what's going on? Okay, here we go.
Should Americans pay for reparations for oppressed groups in the past?
Not every black person has been quote unquote oppressed. If a very wealthy black man were to receive some stimulus or some check, would that really make sense if they haven't been hurt in any instance?
Yeah, I guess how would you classify who a victim is, right?
Like any government, people are going to take advantage of, and how do you hold people accountable to this actual criteria?
Would you be happy if it raised your taxes in order to pay for reparations?
I think it's a blessing to pay taxes in general. Maybe I have to pay more in taxes, but to those that it goes to, maybe it makes their life tremendously better, and that money is better there.
Should Americans pay for reparations for oppressed groups in the past?
Not every black person has been quote unquote oppressed. If a very wealthy black man were to receive some stimulus or some check, would that really make sense if they haven't been hurt in any instance?
Yeah, I guess how would you classify who a victim is, right?
Like any government, people are going to take advantage of, and how do you hold people accountable to this actual criteria?
Would you be happy if it raised your taxes in order to pay for reparations?
I think it's a blessing to pay taxes in general. Maybe I have to pay more in taxes, but to those that it goes to, maybe it makes their life tremendously better, and that money is better there.
So many downloads that are downloading. I got another video that I'm going to play, right? But I want to break this video down right here first. I want to, because again, this is how the majority of people think. I already told y'all that it's FBA versus everybody. It's foundational Black Americans versus everybody. Everybody. All different cultures have an underlying understanding and an underlying agreement to hold Black people back. All cultures, everybody has an underlying disdain for the thought of Black people having what we rightfully deserve, right? And this all plays into the 40 acres and a mule, because 40 acres and a mule is basically reparations. That's what was considered reparations. And we're gonna get into the law. We're gonna get into the logistics. But let's talk about this. One thing I didn't like about what this guy said is, people are going to take advantage of the government. White people or people that are not FBA always want to talk about, accountability. Who's going to be held accountable for their actions? And it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me because these people are the last ones that should be talking about accountability, homie. Who's going to be held accountable for all the dead bodies from the past? Who's going to be held accountable for all the men hanging from trees? Who's going to be held accountable for all the Black women that was raped by your grandfather, by your uncles, by your great uncles? Who's going to be held accountable? Who's going to be held accountable, homie? In all actuality, should we be holding you accountable? See, the ancestors, they speak through me, Grown Man Business TV, and I feel them. Sometimes it's undeniable, it's unbearable. They want war. So should we hold you accountable? Y'all always talking about being held accountable, but y'all don't want to talk about slavery. Y'all always want somebody to be held accountable, but y'all don't want to talk about all the death and destruction your ancestors caused all over the globe. So just hearing you say, well, you always worried about policing something. You can't police our reparations. And that leads me into the other thing, like, what happens if a wealthy Black man gets this money? It don't matter if he's wealthy or not. Don't count. See, again, y'all don't want us counting y'all pockets, but we're going to do that in a few seconds. We're going to do that. But it don't matter if he's wealthy or poor. What's due to us is due to us. It don't matter how we going to spend it. Oh, man, these guys are going to get the money in there. Well, if that's what we want to do with the money, then that's what we want to do with the money. That ain't none of your business. How about this, right? How about this guy right here, my man right here? How about this Asian guy right here? How about you tell us where the $28.7 billion the Asian community got from Kamala, Dick Harrison, Joe Biden? How about you tell us how y'all divided that up? Where did that money go? And for my man right here, you look like you from the Ukraine or something like that, right? Well, we just gave the Ukrainian people damn near $500 billion. We ain't seen a building. We ain't seen a mall. We ain't seen a house. We ain't seen a shopping mall get built over there. We ain't seen a gas station. We just gave y'all $500 billion. Where that money at? You understand what I'm saying? So let's not count dollars. Let's not count pockets. What's due to us is what's due to us. That's it. Lastly, right? He kind of spoke on the taxes and all that. Well, who's going to pay on it? Who's going to pay the taxes? Well, who's paying back the $800 billion we done spread out across the globe? We are. And that's one of the things that's most disgusting to me, is that these people always want to talk about how the reparations for Black people is going to get paid back. But nobody has anything to say about the money we send to Russia, the money we send to Ukraine, the money we send to Africa, the money we send to all these foreign governments that we pay our tax money to every fucking week. So y'all don't mind paying Jewish people, right? None of these Jewish people that we look at today went through the Holocaust. Y'all don't know how a gas chamber smells, do you? Do you know how it smells in a gas chamber? When you cut that gas stove on and you hear that click and you smell that gas, do that ignite something in you? Do you react? Do it trigger you? So why are we paying for the Holocaust that didn't even happen on American soil? It happened all the way in Germany some goddamn where. Why are we paying for that? Y'all don't mind paying tax dollars for that though. But when it come to black people, y'all talking about who gonna pay the taxes. We done paid all this money to the Ukraine. Ukraine almost got $1 trillion. We $1 trillion in debt to China. We done gave the Ukraine $1 trillion. We ain't even paying our debt. And guess who paying it? You and me. So it's highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful when you talk to these people. But like I said, we all got white friends. We all got Asian friends. We all got Latino and Mexican friends. Ask them the next time y'all having a conversation. Let me ask you a question, Mojito. Mojito, let me ask you a question, man. You know, how you feel about black people? Not Africans, not Haitians, not Jamaicans. I'm talking foundational black Americans, Negro Americans. How you feel about us getting reparations? And they gonna make up every lie in the book. They gonna make up every excuse. Well, I don't know, man, because, you know, we don't have the money for that. Well, we just gave the Ukraine 800 billion, damn near $1 trillion. Oh, well, you know, we might have the money, but who's going to pay it back in taxes? Well, you pay for the Holocaust. You paying for the Ukrainian taxes. You paying all these taxes money, but you don't want to pay for your brother, your so-called brother. You know, we friends, right? That's going to help my family, right? And you against that. So maybe we not friends then. Yeah, it's all good when y'all come into the community and y'all robbing our money. Y'all got Chinese stores in our community. You got bodegas in our community. You got gas stations and you got hair beauty supply stores in our community. That's all good though. But as soon as we say we need a little bit of that back, we want a little bit back, man. We need some kickback. Now it's a problem and all that. Now it's an issue. And the thing is, what you got to understand is we going to keep the main thing the main thing. It ain't even up to you. It ain't even your opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with you. The government said we supposed to have 40 acres in the goddamn Mule already. I'm only asking you because I need to know if you my friend or not. I need to know how you really feel. They going to smile in your face, homie. Yeah, they going to smile in your goddamn face, boss. Let's look at something else, man. Big salute to the chat, man. Run them lights up. Let's see another one. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just run past it, and I don't want to just want it to be one pass. Let's run another one up. Let's see what they talking about. Big salute to the chat, man.
In San Francisco, they're looking to pay reparations for black people. Should Americans pay for reparations?
Why is it just for black people?
I think it's to right the wrongs of like previous injustices such as slavery.
Is it a trial or a study?
No, I think it's just like a bill that's being proposed.
Oh, okay. There's other things in the world and in San Francisco that need to be addressed.
Do you think reparations would de-incentivize personal responsibility and hard work, or would it have positive effects?
I don't think it would have positive effects. I don't.
In San Francisco, they're looking to pay reparations for black people. Should Americans pay for reparations?
Why is it just for black people?
I think it's to right the wrongs of like previous injustices such as slavery.
Is it a trial or a study?
No, I think it's just like a bill that's being proposed.
Oh, okay. There's other things in the world and in San Francisco that need to be addressed.
Do you think reparations would de-incentivize personal responsibility and hard work, or would it have positive effects?
I don't think it would have positive effects. I don't.
Now let's talk about this. Now, this lady of Asian descent, right, is the same Asian woman that's probably doing your nails, probably doing your toes. You know, let's break down a couple of things that she said, right? He asked her, do you think that it would be of some benefit, right? Chinese woman, would it be of some benefit for black people? She don't even think that it's beneficial to give what's rightfully due to black people. But I guarantee you, she has spent money out of the black community. So you don't think that reparations is beneficial, but 4 wings and goddamn rice full of MSG and all that, that's beneficial to black people, right? You know, the 4 wings and rice, the four cat legs and rice that y'all like to serve black people in the black community, that's beneficial, right? Oh, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking cats out the alley and all that. Yeah, y'all been serving cat. Y'all don't see how scared the cats is when they get next to one of those Chinese restaurants and all that. Y'all don't notice that there's no alley cats hanging out by the Chinese restaurants. The cats are smart. They know what's going on in there. They can smell it. You understand? There's a lot of other things. Well, let me ask you this, man. Why are we still paying money to Hiroshima then? You know, yeah, when we dropped the goddamn atomic bomb on your ass, blew you, your grandmama, your grandkids. Everybody got a piece of that atomic bomb that the white man dropped on your ass over there. Well, why are we paying for that? Yeah, we didn't have nothing to do with that. I didn't drop an atomic bomb on you and your goddamn ancestors. Blow your ass up. Goddamn, yeah, I didn't have an atomic bomb when I did that. So why am I paying to that? See, again, you need a heterosexual black man. A heterosexual. Gotta be heterosexual, homie. Black man that stands on business, that doesn't talk like Saucy Santana, doesn't talk like Little Nas X. I use my baritone and my Adam's apple. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. The head of my household. It's not a lot of those on YouTube. It's not a lot of those making waves in these YouTube streets. You need a voice like this that's going to ask that question. Why? Why are we paying for Hiroshima? Do you remember the atomic bomb that the people dropped on your ass? Oh, y'all, I know all about that. They taught us about it in school. When they sent that atomic bomb after Pearl Harbor and blew everybody that, we blew everybody ass down. Well, why we pay? So that's what I'm saying. This how they really feel about all 40 acres in a mule. This the same China lady that's gonna be like, oh, they gonna sing, Kung Pao, Kung Pao, Kung Pao, hey, wonton soup and Kung Pao. For the wings and rice. For the wings and rice. You got to have somebody that can see through the smoke and mirror. And before we get into the logistics of this, 40 acres in a mule, before we go any deeper about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, I just wanted you to get an eye and an earful of what they really think about us and our reparations. What they really think about us. Everybody is getting paid. That's why Donald Trump and Elon Musk are under fire, because what they have done is went into the government, audited the government, audited, stop everything, fire all the government workers, fire everybody that been milking this goddamn system. And we gonna figure out where every penny is going. And they done already found $3 trillion going to the Arabs, going to Russia, going to China, going to the Ukraine. $3 trillion. And we still in debt and all that. Y'all telling us we in debt to China $1 trillion, what we gonna do? And then we find $3 trillion in fraudulent money, taxpayers' dollars. And then you got people like this, immigrants. You are a Chinese immigrant. You are foreign to American soil, giving an opinion on what real Americans deserve. You know, none of y'all would have been over here if it wasn't for the civil rights, if it wasn't for the off the backs of black ancestors, my ancestors dying, marching, fighting in the street. After we got that done, then the Chinese people came over here. Then all you immigrants was allowed to come over here. Africans, Haitians, Jamaicans, y'all wasn't over here during the civil rights. Y'all don't remember that? When we was marching with Martin Luther King, y'all wasn't even over here. White people didn't even allow y'all to come over here like that and live over here. White people didn't want nothing to do with y'all. Yeah, so the audacity of these people to come out their mouth and have every excuse instead of saying, thank you to black people. Guess what? We believe y'all deserve reparations. Whatever it is, we'll pay for it. Hike up our homeowners insurance, hike up our taxes, property taxes, we'll pay more. But black people deserve X, Y, and Z. Black people have built this country. Thank you. Thank you, FBA, for fighting for civil rights. Thank you, FBA, for fighting for immigrants to be able to come over here and make a better way for our families. Instead, y'all spit in the face of the very ancestors, of the very people And y'all don't want to hear Kendrick Lamar. Y'all don't want to talk about K-Dot. Y'all want Sexy Red and Snoop Doggy Dogg popping ass and shaking coochie all over the stage for your entertainment and all that. Well, it's entertainment over in listen, man. The entertainment is over. It's integrity over entertainment. It's integrity, it's integrity over the bag, homie. That's why y'all mad at Kendrick Lamar. That's why y'all didn't want to accept the message. That's why y'all feel the way about 40 acres and a goddamn mule. Well, guess what? We're gonna address that. We're gonna address it. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, I've told y'all this a long time ago. Those people are cowards. The Ku Klux Klan and all that, the neo-Nazis, they only engage with mentally impaired people, women, you know, the Rainbow Coalition, and children. They only run down on those people, that demographic. You never seen neo-Nazis running down on grown men that stand on grown man business. You never seen neo-Nazis go to war with dudes on the block. You never seen that. They only go after women, you know, Rainbow Coalition men, mentally disabled men, and children. Y'all been cowards for a long time. That's why these same people, and not just white people, I'm talking all cultures. If it ain't FBA business, then it's cowards. If you ain't FBA business, then it's coward culture that you grew up on. Oh, how you doing, man? I love black people. You know, I got a lot of black friends and all of that, and we all play basketball, and we listen to Tupac together. Yep, me and my friends, we listen to Snoop Doggy Dogg. You know, the Doggy Style album was my favorite album, and I love black people. And then you ask that same person about reparations, about, you know, I don't know who's going to pay. Why would we have to pay for it? You know, I don't think that it's feasible. I don't think that it's affordable, and I don't think that what black people, cowards. If you think that we don't deserve black, you know, reparations, then how are you a friend to black people? You are an enemy to black people. You are a coward. You are a coward with a mask on. That's why the KKK used to wear the mask. And you never seen the Black Panther people with masks on. Think about the difference. The Ku Klux Klan wore masks and sheets. Black Panthers didn't wear no mask. They're real men, and then there are cowards. That's it. Real men and cowards, homie. They got so, it really, you know, triggered me. How they got so much to say about the halftime award not being entertaining. We are not here to entertain y'all. You lucky we ain't took y'all to war yet. That's what you lucky about. You better be glad about that. You better be thanking your Jesus Christ. You better be kissing his sandals. On Jesus Christ sandals. You better be thankful that everybody ain't got the grown man business TV mentality. It's bigger than a bag at this point. We trying to spare y'all. We trying to spare y'all. It's bigger than the bag, actually. It ain't enough money that could pay for the bodies y'all left in the street. It ain't enough money that could pay for the babies that y'all fed to alligators. It ain't enough money to pay for all the black women y'all was graping and raping and all of that. It ain't enough money in the world that could pay for it. It ain't enough paper, homie. For all the black men y'all was hanging in trees and all that. For all the black families y'all was hanging in trees and all of that. You know, low-hanging fruit. We trying to spare y'all. Salute to that, man. Miss Lovelace, appreciate that 20-piece nugget. Yeah, I was in a zone right there. I was in a zone right there. Yeah, they're scared of real men, heterosexual black men. They fear us. That's what they saw in Kendrick Lamar. They saw a black man with a leather jacket on and some jeans. Yeah, he had some bell-bottom jeans, but that, you know, it wasn't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that he had some weird jeans on and all that. But those people didn't see that. They saw a black man all over the stage, sweating, looking them in their eye, telling them and making subtle references to real history, American history, like that 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? They would have had him up there pop locking and dropping it. They would have had Scissor with her ass and the titties out. They would have felt real comfortable because that's how they like to see us. They want us to entertain them. This is not for entertainment purposes. So yeah, I appreciate that 20-piece nugget. We gonna definitely drop that and some barbecue sauce and all that. But it ain't enough money in the world. It ain't enough money in the world that can pay for what y'all did to my people. In the fact, I'm telling you, in the fact that y'all wanna, the fact y'all still playing with us, man. The fact y'all still playing with us. See, I'm gonna get into this clip right here, but I want you to understand something. Y'all are of the beast. Y'all are Neanderthals. Y'all are cavemen. Y'all are savages. That's why y'all burn all the trees down. Y'all kill all the animals. Y'all poison the water and y'all poison the food and y'all poison the air. We have not turned into that type of savage yet. And I don't want my people to ever turn to that type of savage. Y'all gonna burn yourself out. It ain't nothing we could do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough white women that we could do that to. It ain't enough white babies. It ain't enough Asians. It ain't enough of that we could do to y'all. We are star children. That's why y'all are burning yourself out. That's why America's in shambles right now. That's why it's a lot of white people telling the truth right now. And this next clip is gonna show that. I ain't gotta say it. They gonna say it. I digress. But the ancestors, they lock in with me. I can't make this up. I ain't lying to y'all. This ain't a game. This ain't a game, homie. When you hear my voice, when you hear the passion in this, what you need to understand is I'm holding back from giving y'all what y'all deserve. I'm holding back from influencing thousands and thousands of black men that fall under my voice to go at you. You need to understand and respect that. Pay the bag up. Start there. You can't right those type of wrongs, but you might want to start there. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit the like button, man. We need 200 likes in here.
People keep saying this 40 acres and a mule thing was about broken promises to black people. And yeah, but can we finally just also call it what it was? It was theft. I am loving all of the analysis of Kendrick Lamar's brilliant Super Bowl performance, and I cannot claim to know.
Oh yeah, we gonna let her talk. Don't worry, sweetheart. We gonna let you talk. Got a good grain of dog fur right there, and we gonna let you talk. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get your thoughts off. And before I let her talk, I just want to say I got a lot of respect. You got to know something, right? If I was white, right? If I was a Caucasian or a Asian, you know what I'm saying? A Mexican. If I was anything other than FBA culture, I would be disgusted with my heritage. I would be disgusted with my ancestors. You know, a Mexican coming to America, right? You know, being able to enjoy the American dream off the backs of black people. I would be disgusted if my grandmother or my great-grandmother or my mom was like saying racial remarks towards black people. You know what I'm saying? People that came in a struggle just like us. People that actually fight for their land. Like, I would be disgusted. And I really believe that a lot of white people are utterly disgusted with the things that their great-grandfathers did to black people, bruh. They are internally disgusted with the thought that their grandfather was probably a grapo. Their great-grandfather was probably a psychopath. He was a murderer. He was a savage. It's this is why they're trying to wipe out, the whole education system. They're trying to whitewash it because they don't even want to face it. It's so nasty. You know what type of feeling you probably get as a white person sitting in the classroom? They get to talking about slaves and talking about how they was raped and how they was beaten, how they was feeding babies to alligators. And then you look at the slave owner and he looked just like you. Initially, you say to yourself, like, yeah, we did that. And then in due time, humility starts to set in and you say, man, I was fucking disgusted. Why did they do that to them black women? Why did they do that to that black baby? That black baby didn't have nothing. Why would they do that to children? And you become disgusted. And in due time, you turn on your own people. You start telling the truth about your own people. You start speaking out against your own people, bro. That shit is nasty work. And it really triggers me because I understand the declaration of war. And the things y'all did to my ancestors are a declaration of fucking war. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit that like button.
Lamar's brilliant Super Bowl performance, and I cannot claim to know nearly enough to explain all of the nuance there. But the one thing I have kind of been picking up on is that we keep when he says 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. I keep hearing people talking about this historically, like this was some altruistic thing after the Civil War that the government just didn't follow through on. And we talk about Black people this way all the time. Like, oh my God, we've got to, have welfare. We've got to have these handouts for equity and fairness and to make up for historical disadvantages and all of that. But the reason Black Americans have historically been poor and been disenfranchised is because we keep stealing their stuff. We started with stealing their labor. That built so much of the wealth in this country. And then after, there's like this tiny little pittance of, hey, maybe you should get some back pay from the estates of the people that were stealing from you, among other things. And then we kind of went, yeah, next. So especially when we have Kendrick Lamar calling out things like he owns his music because he made it by himself, that's his. I think we can stand to kind of look a little bit more and go, hey, America's also theirs. It is the Black story. It is Black people building and working and white people trying to take it and successfully taking it a lot of the time. Especially with all this talk about DEI and, oh, it's undeserved, it's a handout, you're not choosing the best people. That's just such bullshit. Nothing we have talked about doing in the name of equity is some unfair gift because we feel bad. It's just paying back what's stolen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What they stole. They stole this. This shit is stolen. The least you could do is pay the people that you know you stole the land from. Sometimes I say to myself, maybe they want war. Maybe they just want to try to burn it down and they willing to die on their sword. And maybe that's what need to go down then. If that's really what you want. The meek will inherit the earth regardless of how it go. We are watching it happen right now. The meek is inheriting the earth as we speak. It's nothing you could do to stop this. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But I really like how she, these people are coming to a point where they just saying it out loud. Yo, we stole this shit. We forget the land that they stole. We stole it. Everything they do, we steal it. We burn it. We destroy it. You know what I mean? It's so prevalent and so evident. Salute to Kendrick Lamar, man, for putting integrity over the bag, homie. You might not have, let me tell you something. When you get a crowd of them people and they get quiet and they get to looking all like this and they don't like it, they see the message. You want it to be entertained. They gotta have hits. This is Super Bowl. Nah, homie, this is the biggest stage. This is the biggest stage in the world. And guess who made the Super Bowl the biggest stage in the world? Black people. It's so many. The downloads are downloading. Yeah, they used to. I saw that too. They used to cannibalize us. Nat Turner. This shit is disgusting they whitewashing history. They ate Nat Turner after they smoked him. After they deleted Nat Turner, they ate him. White people. On some Neanderthal type cannibalism type animal savage. They used to eat us. Y'all don't want to face that. Your great grandfather was eating humans. He was a cannibal. Nasty work, babe, like for real, right? But the Super Bowl, they football, you look, the NFL didn't have a Super Bowl. A lot of y'all are too young for this. A lot of y'all don't even remember this, so I'm gonna give y'all this game. Big salute to Keenan Ivory Wayans, a foundational black American. You know, the Wayans brothers, you know, Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, Damon Wayans, a family of black men, heterosexual black men. Keenan Ivory Wayans started a show called In Living Color. And back in the early 90s, when the Super Bowl came on, right, he decided to throw a concert during the Super Bowl. And so many people watched that show that the Super Bowl again stole his idea. You know, the higher ups and the elites stealing from black people. They didn't reach out to Keenan Ivory Wayans and say, listen, black man, I love what you did with that. We love, would you partner with us and would you do something with us so we all could make money? They watched what he did. They stole the idea. And now we have the Super Bowl halftime show. Somebody gonna have to say this. Y'all whitewashing history. Y'all whitewashing school books. Y'all whitewashing the truth. So now you got a black man, heterosexual black man, foundational black American, and I'ma just tell y'all the history. See how that worked? See how that worked? The NFL stole the Super Bowl halftime show from a man by the name of Keenan Ivory Wayans. Big salute to New York City, because them dudes is fresh and right out of New York City. The Super Bowl halftime show was the inception of the idea came out of New York City. Keenan Ivory Wayans and the Wayans brothers. Do you ever see them? Do you ever see the Super Bowl paying homage to those black men? Do you ever see those higher ups in the elites in the NFL paying homage to Keenan Ivory Wayans? No. So when we go on to that Super Bowl show, the last thing we should be doing is entertaining those people. It need to be a message. It need to be a method to the madness. It need to be smoke and mirrors cleared out. And we need to tell y'all why y'all all paying attention, why y'all got y'all chicken wings, why you got your Budweiser and all that. We're going to tell you exactly what's going on while you paying attention. 40 acres in a goddamn mule. How about you give Keenan Ivory Wayans and his family a percentage of the Super Bowl halftime show? How about y'all pay homage? See, it's so much game to be given. It's so many levels to this that a lot of y'all let it go over your head and under your bridge. You was ready to see Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion pop locking and dropping it. You was ready to see Glorilla popping a moose knuckle and all that. I don't want to see a moose knuckle, shorty. Keep your little moose knuckle to yourself, shorty. Put some goddamn clothes on. Have some shame about yourself. Feel shameful about the shit you're doing. We don't want to see your little moose knuckle, Glorilla. Take all that weave off and that goddamn boy, your ass, yeah, it look like a moose. Yeah, I said it. Glorilla, I said it. Glorilla, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion. You take all that goddamn clown makeup off, you take that wig off, you take your eyelashes off, and you look like a great moose right out the mountains. So don't talk to us about moose knuckles when you look like a moose in your goddamn face. But we gonna stay on track with this. Yeah, why nobody don't want to tell Glorilla, shorty, you look like a full-grown moose in the face right there. When you take all that bullshit off, you look like a full-blown moose. You look like a baby moose. You look like a moose. Talking about a moose knuckle. You thought you was gonna get on that goddamn Super Bowl stage and you was gonna show off that moose knuckle. Whole time you look like a goddamn moose. Keenan Ivory Wayans, big salute to you. Do your Googles. Y'all got Google, right? You like to Google search and all that. You like to Google the name. His name is Keenan Ivory Wayans. How about we do a halftime show and we show and pay homage to Keenan Ivory Wayans instead of having all these moose-looking ass women jumping and popping coochie all over the stage and all that. We don't respect it. We don't want it. I don't want the dog fur near me, and I don't want your moose knuckle near me neither. I bet your moose knuckle smell like dog fur. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, I don't want your moose knuckle around me. I don't want the dog fur around me. And I bet money that your moose knuckle smell like dog fur, Glorilla. Yeah, I said it. Fuck it. I put it out there. I'm tired of acting around you. I'm tired of acting like you. Nah, shorty. You look a goddamn mess. You look like a baby moose. The inception, the whole creation of the Super Bowl halftime show was birthed in New York City in one of those project buildings. The whole inception, the whole thought of the Super Bowl halftime show came right out of New York City. God bless New York City. Keenan Ivory Wayans grew up in one of those project buildings full of rats and roaches. Put his whole family on the In Living Color show. And guess what those white people did? They stole his idea, and nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about that. So until we address that, I don't want to hear about your moose knuckle. I don't want to smell your dog fur. Put your goddamn clothes on. We don't want to see you popping coochie on the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah. Why nobody ain't told Glorilla she looked like a goddamn moose in the face without that makeup on? Why? I'm gonna let this lady talk to y'all. I'm tired of talking. They gonna be mad at me in the morning. Why would you say that, GMB TV? Why would you do Glorilla like that? Well, goddamn it, I'm just saying. You thought it was cute? Popping your goddamn moose. We ain't even never heard somebody call it a moose knuckle. A moose knuckle? Well, mooses smell like dog. Yep. A moose and the dog fur all smell. So your moose knuckles stink like a dog fur, if you ask me. I don't want it near me. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna goddamn be. This way you gonna get that pure dope at. I don't need no extras. Keep that stinking ass moose knuckle to yourself, ma'am. And then and I'm gonna tell you this: when you wipe all that clown makeup off your face, you're resembling a moose knuckle. Your eyes look like a goddamn moose. You, Glorilla, goddamn Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, y'all look like mooses, man. Cardi B look like a goddamn moose. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button, man. Let's let this lady talk, because she gonna tell some more truth to you guys.
Clear to me in Kendrick Lamar's performance last night is 40 acres and a mule. And that line is particularly potent for many Black Americans. And it happens to be a line that I remember from my education growing up in grade school in the Bronx. And I vaguely remember what it was about. It was something that was promised enslaved people. I can't remember whether I was told it was before or after emancipation, but it had to do with the Civil War. And I've since had my memory refreshed. And it was something that the federal government promised enslaved people that they would get, and it would help them get a head start. But as with many promises given to Native Americans, they didn't come through.
40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than amusing.
Now I wanna say something real fast when we gonna get deep into that. That old lady right there she had a terrible strand of dog fur, but I'm not gonna talk about her. I'm not gonna talk about 'cause she's an older woman and she's from the Bronx, New York. And what she said was prevalent to me, and I want to just focus on what she said is that she remembers, even in her old age, she remembers them talking about 40 acres and a mule. This shit was in legislative. This shit was in Congress. This was a bill and a law that was passed. And it was time to get them 40 acres up to all our people. They doubled down. They stole that money. So even up in New York City, they knew we were supposed to get that money. Now, I'm gonna say something right here, right? That old lady, I was taught to respect my elders. So I'm gonna respect my elders. But this man right here has an immaculate strand of dog fur. I mean, it remind me of one of them little dogs they take to the cuttery and they chip up, they cut the hair up with the scissors and all that. And it's real sharp. And I want to show you. I want you to listen, but I want you to pay attention to this. This is a good strand right here. And if I had dog fur, I wouldn't mind having this strand of dog fur right here. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at that right there. Look at that right. Look.
Also am shocked at how many people didn't know about 40 acres and a mule. So
Look. Boy, let me tell you something. Look at that dog fur right there. Oh, yeah, you rocking that now. Listen here, ma'am. Ma'am, let me tell you, I'm gonna let you talk. 'Cause we talking about 40 acres and a mule and all that. But ma'am, I want to tell you something, ma'am. You have inspired me. You have convinced Grown Man Business TV that there is a strand of dog fur that would fit me. Now imagine me swiping that. Whoo! Yes. I like that right there. Faded, it's tipped on the side. You got your fade on the side nice and neat right there. I like how they did that. Your barber did his thing for you, ma'am. Now, I'm going to let you talk, but I want my subscribers I want y'all to look at this dog fur. Look. Oh, that's a perfect, I think we found the perfect strand, brother. Salute to the chat. We have found it. We have found the one. We have found Neo in the Matrix. And if I had to, if the higher ups and the elite said Grown Man Business TV, you got to get some dog fur. The way you talked about Glorilla, the way you called them girls mooses and said that moose knuckle smell like dog fur, we gonna penalize you and you got to pick a strand of dog fur, Mr. GMB TV. What kind of dog fur would you like? Oh, I got something for, that's what I want right there. I want that dog fur right there. I want to swipe it. I need to fade it. I like that.
talk about those things. Let's talk about 40 acres and a mule, the Homestead Act, and the 13th Amendment, because yes, they all tie together. The Homestead Act was enacted in 1862, where they wanted to take the American land and be able to cultivate it for use for the people. And in order to do that, they had to find the people who actually wanted to live in this barren land. And in order to do that, they gave out land to people who would run and claim the land. The Homestead Act made sure that we were able to cultivate the United States of America, use up the land that we have, bring in more people, boost the economy. So what they did was they gave 160 acres to a claimant of land if they lived on it and cultivated it for 5 years. And if you weren't capable of doing that and happened to have a little pocket change, well then within 6-month period you could pay $1.25 per acre. Now, here's something that they didn't bank on in 1862 when they created the Homestead Act was, it is from...
Yeah, I want her to keep talking. The Homestead Act. 180 acres of goddamn land. All you had to do, now I'm going to let her finish telling you, but all you had to do was go out there, claim the land, fence the land off 180 acres. And if you didn't have the money up front, all you had to do is pay $1.80 a month, and you could claim 180 acres of land. That was for black people. The Homestead Act, that shit was for black people. That was a part of the situation with us. And just like with the Indians, the $5 Indians, when you could pay $5 and claim that you was an Indian and all that, you could take our lineage, you could take our heritage for $5. They let them same people take our land. Now, again, I don't want to get off track because it's important. But God damn, that's a good strand of dog fur right there, boss. Jesus, the reason that we're here. God damn. I need that, baby. I would tell you one time, right to the dog fur. We have found a perfect strand right there, ma'am. Jesus. Boy, that she, the reason that we're here. Ooh-wee. God damn, that's a, hey boy, that's a Mac. Let me tell you something. I'm always looking at different strands of dog fur. That's a hobby of Grown Man Business TV. That's something I like to do in my spare time. If you want to get to know me a little bit better, I spend some time out the day and I just scroll through different strands of dog fur, and I can imagine if I would like to have that dog fur if I had to have dog fur. So you didn't know that about me. I'm here to tell you that's what I like to do in my spare time. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to take long walks on the beach and all that. I like to look at different strands of dog fur in my spare time. And this right here got to be that is immaculate. That right there, that shit right there is another level, baby. Baby, you did that. Jesus, let's let her talk.
The amendment that came out in 1865. There was also the 40 acres and a mule in 1865. So that took the folks who were working the plantations, who are now freed, and were taking that land and giving it to those people. You work the land, you can now have it. We have taken over Confederate America, and we are giving it to the people who have put their hands in it. And that was put together by General Sherman. Well, you see, Lincoln was assassinated. Now you have Lincoln passing away. They're like, oh, we don't have to give land to the people. But then on top of that, there was this loophole in the 13th Amendment where it said that nobody could be enslaved. Well, unless you're a prisoner. I mean, if you're in prison. So what America was doing was taking these immigrants from other countries who were white and allowing them to establish their home and territory with this Homestead Act. And then they were taking the people who lived here who were black and removing everything from them, every opportunity, using the freeing from slavery as a tool to put them into prison to enslave them once again.
Now, all jokes aside, right? That was a very powerful message from that young lady. You know what I mean? That old lady, whatever, right? And what she did was she connected the dots when it comes to the Homestead Act and the 13th Amendment. Again, that land was meant for black people. Now imagine your great-grandfather come across 100 acres, 180 acres, and he was able to cultivate that land and grow that land and farm that land and pass that land. The majority of us would not be in the positions that we are in. The majority of us would have generational wealth. Even if he sold 20 acres and 30 acres and he still had 75 acres of land. That's a lot of goddamn land, and that's a lot of money, homie. So a lot of the times when you hear the 40 acres and a mule, nobody wants to go in depth on what that was. That was the Homestead Act. That was, black people that are released from slavery. We already put y'all in slavery. We done raped y'all. We done had babies with y'all. We done killed and hung y'all. We done fed y'all to we did every savage act we could think of. And now that we are done savaging and rampaging through all of you black people, now we have the Homestead Act. That should give you more insight and more vision on why Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. They don't teach us this in school, homie, but we here now. We don't really need that. We could go get our game wherever we want to get it from. Now, think about when we was young and they taught us about Abraham Lincoln getting his head knocked off at that opera, at that theater he was at. And all of it, a random white man sneak up in the theater where the president of the United States is at, blow his head off, run down into a barn, and then they delete him in that barn, and now we never know the answers. The answer is he was sent there to get rid of Abraham Lincoln, not because Abraham Lincoln was freeing the slaves. The slaves was already bound to be set free. But the land that Abraham Lincoln and his cabinet was establishing for these black people, 180 acres. And let me tell you something. All you had to do was go out there, claim the land, fence that shit off, and it was yours. They assassinate Abraham Lincoln. Now all of a sudden, you got the real dog fur. You got the real savages saying, hold up. We gonna let that Homeland Act stand, but we gonna go claim that land. That makes more sense on why all these white people have these farms out there in the Midwest. Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. All these weird places where these white people have these big ass farms and all that. You ever thought to yourself, how did they get these farms? I'm talking 180 acres, 200 acres. Yo, I drive trucks, right? You drive through these desolate areas like Wyoming and these other like states and all that. You will see cows. It's called free range cows, where these white people got 220 acres and the cows just walk off for months and eat land and just do what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? And I always say, how the fuck how they got the land? How did the Native Americans get claimed and called Native Americans? Well, you got the $5 Indians. You could pay $5 and you could be an Indian. And now we got all these weird white looking people that's saying that they Indians when we are the native, we are the indigenous. The Homestead Act. And then, that coincides with the 13th Amendment. You know that bill, that amendment that say slavery no longer exists? Oh, only if you are an inmate. Oh, so hold on. This is what we gonna do. We gonna get rid of Lincoln. We gonna start claiming all that desolate land out there. We gonna take that from black people. Then what we gonna do is we gonna start locking their asses up. We gonna find different ways to start locking black people up because that will put them back into bondage. That will put them back into slavery. Oh, we gonna put crack into the community. Lock their ass up. Oh, guess what? We gonna let OG Mac go out to New York City with a lie, because that nigga was a rat, allegedly. And OG Mac read the Monster Cody book. How the fuck you read the Monster Cody book, who was a Crip, a Hoover Crip, and then go to New York and start Bloods with the same rules and regulations as the Crips? And we gonna let OG Mac go to New York City and poison all the youngsters, and we gonna start locking their ass up too. Oh, guess what? 90% of the jails is all black people. Well, they locked up. They can't claim this land. They locked up. They can't go vote. They locked up. They not even real U.S. citizens no more. So the homestead, it's our shit. How y'all ask one of them white people who passed down this farm to you? Oh, my great-grandfather, he passed his farm down generation. How old is your great-grandfather? Oh, he's 98 years old. Is he still alive? Yep, he's still alive. We got him out there, and he's staying with us in Nebraska. Send his ass going to jail. They put Bill Cosby ass in jail when he was 83. So your old ass grandfather who was doing all that stuff with the racism and beating and killing black people and stealing land, he's still alive? Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Sir. Yeah, stand him up out that wheelchair. Yes, sir, we're going to stand you up. Turn around, put your hands behind your back, sir. Yes, anything you say and do can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you don't have a lawyer, we will apply you with one. Oh, we will supply you with a lawyer. but your old ass need to go to jail. Ask one of them. Ask one of these. Hey, brother, how long y'all had the farm in the family? Oh, this farm's been in our family for 150 years. 150 years? Wow. Who passed it down to you? Oh, my great grandfather and my great grandmother. They're 102 years old, and we have them down there in the guest house. Oh, they're alive. Yes. Turn around and put your hands behind your back, sir and ma'am. And yes, but don't say anything. You had the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do will be used against you in the court of law. And if you don't have a lawyer, we will supply you with one. But you ain't going to jail for stealing that land, ma'am. Oh, yeah, no, goddamn, no, we didn't know. Yes, you knew. You knew. You knew that Homestead Act was for black people. You went and stole that 200 acres. Oh. We gonna put all these black people in jail for stealing money with the PPP, but we don't want to put your old white ass in jail for stealing that land with the Homestead Act. It all makes sense now. When I was a kid, I was, let me tell y'all something. Big salute to the chat. When I was a child, right, I was sharp enough to ask myself, how did that happen? When they taught me about Abraham Lincoln, and they showed us like a book, and they showed him sitting in the theater, and it was like a movie or something, and the dude went in there, snuck up behind him, blew his head off. I was sharp enough to say, how did that man shoot the president? I'm talking all the way back in the early 90s. The shit didn't make sense to me. Like, how did that happen, bro? It's the president. It's Abraham Lincoln. He got shot in the head by a fucking random white man and ran off. Like, that don't make sense. And it all makes sense now. It was thousands of acres of lands that was applied and was set aside for black people, for slaves to start building wealth. And just like everything else, they took that land, homie. Thousands of acres. Montana, I'm talking all. Bro, I done drove all over the United States in trucks, man. And it's so crazy when you can see with your own eyes how much of America is desolate land. How much of America is uninhabited. Nobody lives there. I'm talking 3/4 of America, bro. They got us stuffed in New York City, Florida, Virginia, Cali, Texas. They got us stuffed in these areas so they can control and manipulate and see what we doing. But when you drive through America, you are able to see that the majority of America is fucking absent, is desolate, is nobody there. You could literally take all the immigrants in New York City, all the Mexicans that have come across the border, and put them all in New Mexico. You don't even got to put them in Chicago. You ain't got to put them in New York. You ain't got to put them in these cities. You could put all the illegal immigrants in New Mexico. It's that much open land, man. And again, a lot of these land, when you drive through America, you'll notice, right? It's fenced off. It's like fences and shit. You know what I'm saying? You on the interstate, you see like all these fences, and you'll see all these cows just roaming the area. And I asked about that. I asked somebody, yo, what's all that about with these cows? They're called free range cows. These people have 100 to 200 acres of land, and their cows just roam the land. I mean, it's the good life. It's the good life for a goddamn cow. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I said to myself, man, if I was a cow, I would want to be a free range cow. 200 acres, you could just roam the whole land, eat all the different type of grass. And goddamn, this week we over here and we walk 30, 40 miles that way, and this. Kendrick Lamar did exactly what he was supposed to do. I ain't gonna argue with you, man. I don't want to go back and forth. If you can't see through the smoke and mirrors, don't worry about it. I saw that in the chat. I want to say something about that. Who said that? Evelyn Eve, right? Evelyn Ivy, I think that's what that was. Evelyn. Yo, I drove through the canyons. When I was driving over the road, I saw a bunch of pyramids with my own eyes. Not only did I see pyramids, but I got video of big ass tree stumps, bro. And I know it sound crazy. I know it sound crazy, but I recorded them. They look like hills, right? And they look like they could be mountains, but at the top, them shits is flat. Big, huge tree stumps that we ride past every day, and you wouldn't even believe, but these are fucking huge, magical trees that would go up into the atmosphere. Them people cut them shits down, savages, cut those big ass, I'm talking huge. It's pyramids. Oh yeah, this is Egypt we live on. That's a whole nother live stream. America is ancient Egypt, yo. America is ancient Egypt, yo. That's a whole nother live stream. It's a reason we can't go into the Grand Canyons, homie. America is ancient Egypt. It was a couple of times I was going through the mountains. I seen some shit that I wanted to stop and I wanted to record and take pictures, but I couldn't do it because it was too much traffic. I was in an 18-wheeler. Next time I go out there, though, I'm gonna try to make sure I do it. But those tree stumps, I'm riding. I'm like, yo, that's a huge tree stump right there. That ain't no mountain, son. That ain't no hill, B. Like, look at that, and they always mark them off. You can't go up to them. It's fenced off because these are ancient trees that they cut down. Because they don't connect to the trees. They don't connect to the atmosphere. They don't connect to the cosmos. Our locks and our dreads are antennas. All you got to do is go hug a tree and mad energy come through you. Imagine one of these big ass trees out there, ancient trees, how much energy it was providing to us. These pyramids was power plants. They had free power. How you think they was doing all the things they was doing back in the day? How you think they had all the time in the world to create? Because they had free power. But you got the higher ups and the elites. They done started charging us for power. They done cut all that shit off. They got rid of all that ancient technology so they could charge us for water. Natural resources, we paying every month for this shit. I want to stay on track, but the downloads continue to download. I just can't help this, man. You know what I mean? Like, in every way, shape, form possible, they robbed us. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say this, right? Saying all that and then thinking about reparations is like, that shit ain't even worth it for real. Maybe y'all should keep the reparations. When it's time to go to war, y'all stand on that. Because it ain't even really worth it. Like, y'all done did so much to the earth, bro. Y'all done robbed the earth of so much. Like with those trees, like lying to us about Egypt, lying to us about the Homestead Act, lying, taking our land, burning the shit that we, like, y'all did so much. What is some millions gonna do? Maybe sometimes I just be wanting war. That's what I be wanting, bro. I just feel like that's what it's come to. Is we are far past reparations. We trying to spare you niggas. We trying to give y'all the way out. That's what we trying to do. We trying to get y'all the way out. You know what I'm saying? And really, ain't no way out of this. Ain't no way out of it. There ain't enough money on the face of the globe you could give us to fix that. Big ass tree stumps, yo. I'm going back over the road, man. That's something that that's something I've been, setting up. Y'all don't really know, but, I was local. I've been local for the last, let's say 4 months. I've been local, you know what I'm saying? Getting my money in state. And now that Trump is back in office, it's a lot of money over the road. So I'm going back over the road where I'm going to be driving through these desolate states again. I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be crossing state lines at all times. If you've been down with Grown Man Business TV, then you know I used to say that all the time, that I'm crossing state lines at all times. And that's what I'm about to be doing. And I'm going to make a very strong effort. I'm not going to let nothing stop me this time. When I run across them pyramids, because I'm going to run across them again, we take the same routes. I'm going to record them shits, man. And when I come across them tree stumps, I'm going to record them. I got the tree stumps already. They in my phone. I might find them and I might just edit a video together just so y'all can see these tree stumps, B. It's freaking crazy. Like when you look at them and you realize actually what you're looking at. We drive past it every day, right? It looked like it's a mountain and you just keep driving. It looked like it's a big ass hill, you know what I'm saying? And you keep driving. But from far away, like before you get up on it, you can see that it's a mountain that go up and then it's a flat. And one day I was saying to myself, like, why is it like, are they driving on top of it? Like, what the hell? It's a big ass mountain hill and then it's flat. The whole top is flat and the downloads downloaded. Boom. I can't stop these downloads, bro. Them shit started downloading. Boom, 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 boom. Trees, ancient trees out there. Word. You know, big salute to the chat, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We not going to double back. We not going to stop when it come to what we doing here at Grown Man Business TV. We going to have some fun with it. You know, I'm going to rub some shoulders. I'm going to trigger some people with the things that I'm saying. But it's a message in this. Even if I'm talking down on you, I'm putting a message in it. It ain't never no hate. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the dudes in LA. They feeling the way right now. I got them in a frenzy. You know, that live stream did like 17,000. You know what I mean? That's kind of short for what I've been doing lately. So that joint did 17K and they are in, they panties is in a knot right now. They got their panties in a bunch and I don't care. I said what I said, nigga. I said what I said, man. 95% of gang members on the West Coast are down low homosexual men. I don't care, B. You fucking like it or don't. 95% of the gang members, just go watch my last live stream with Nipsey Hussle in it. I ain't gonna go too deep in that. But 95% of the gang members in Cali are down low homosexual men that are fighting with their sexuality on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's causing them to fight. That's what's causing them to shoot and kill each other. That's why they so overly aggressive. And, you know, they overly aggressive. They can't even figure out or understand that they supposed to be uniting to fight against the higher ups and the elites. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you got to understand this. That makes more sense why all of these gang members on the West Coast are sitting down with Adam 22. Adam 22 is a known porn star, a known white man that is into men. He's into women. He'll do anything to get views and attention. He said out of his own mouth that he wanted to do a scene with a man. He let a black man knock his wife. Like, why would all these gang members be killing each other and then get at Adam 22 and sit down and be highly respectable and talk nice and be nice to this man? Because deep down they are fighting with their sexuality, and Adam 22 has already professed to being a homosexual, so they feel comfortable around Adam. These gang members, they feeling the way. They talking crazy. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Nipsey Hussle would have been talking down on that. Nipsey Hussle wouldn't have been Spider Loke, Nina Boy, Brick Baby. They killed Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Crip Mac. They killed Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Brick Baby. Brick Baby, he talking about, he told the, yo, hey, hold up, son. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay right there, right? But I just want to see something. I want to show y'all something real quick what Brick Baby did. Word to Brick Baby, you know what I mean? Hold on. Watch this. Hey, Just Talk. Hey, Just Talk, I see you in the chat. Hey, watch this, Just Talk. Watch what this Crip right here do out there in California. Watch this. Salute to the chat. Watch this.
In LA, they make all the gay people go to one side of the jail and all the straight people go. Why? Also, it's a Subway sandwich. 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 Like I said, 5 each your song. Oh, you got me this? Yeah, we got sandwiches. See, I'm respected already. You know what? No, but look.
A 6 inch or a foot long. 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 A 6 inch or a foot long.
So I'm from Fort Worth, murder word. I'm from Fort Worth, murder word. Well, I'm from Fort Worth, Murder Worth. We kill a lot of out there. Murder Worth.
Funky town.
Funky town. But we ain't funky. I got on deodorant. Also, it's a Subway sandwich. I'm from the south side of Fort Worth. I grew up in a small neighborhood called Morningside. That is the 5 Deuce area. So then you have the Hoover Landings when that is like a little bit down the street, like on Rosedale and stuff. And that's where I come from. So we do a little different in Fort Worth. So you see I got on orange. So in Fort Worth, that's what they wear out here.
They wear out here.
Oh,
Hoovers wear orange.
Okay.
If the police ask you if you gay or not, are you gonna tell them yes or no?
They gonna be able to see I'm gay.
So,
in the jail in LA, they make all the gay people go to one side of the jail and all the straight people go. Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Also, it's a Subway sandwich.
Why would Crip Mac hand that man a Subway sandwich? Look at my man Weebay right there. Look at my man. Look at my man Weebay right there. Weebay even saying, what the hell going on? Why would Crip Mac hand that man a Subway sandwich? Why? So why y'all mad at me? And I'm gonna get off topic, but why y'all mad at me for saying that? Why? Crip Mac, let me tell you something. You gotta be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. Crip Mac handed a gay man a Subway sandwich. Why did he decide to do that? And then Brick Baby asked that same homosexual man, would you like a 6-inch or would you like a foot long? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would you do that, Brick Baby? And then when I call you a down low man, you act like you want some smoke. Wait, nigga, go live with it. Go live and let's talk about this. I pull up on your live. I seen what you said. I seen what you said, homie. And if you want to talk about it, we could talk. But why did you do that? I'm going, watch this. Look.
Like I said, 5 each a song. Oh, you got me this? Yeah, we got sandwiches. See, I respect it already. You know what? No, but look, already.
A 6-inch or a foot long. 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 A 6-inch or a foot long.
Look at his eyes right there. Hey, yo. Hey, Brick Baby, somebody get a bit here. Why? Look at his eyes. That motherfucker looked at that man and said, a 6-inch, oh, come on, my nigga, why? You was trying to get Crip Mac, you was trying to, and then what you did is you looked in the camera to let Adam 22 know, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. It seems like you're ready. Oh, are you ready for me? Look at his eyes. Look at his motherfucker eyes. He was ready. He looked into the camera. You know, he looked into the camera. He looked into the camera right there. Cause he was letting, listen, this shit you got to see through the smoke and mirror. Brick Baby said that to that man, and then he looked at Adam 22 and let him know, it seems like you're ready. This right here is far few in between, homie. This grown man business TV, a heterosexual black man that ain't gonna bend, break, or fold for none of this. This shit is far few in between. That's why I stand on it. Yeah, Brick Baby's a down low homosexual. There is no allegations. There's no allegedly. Brick Baby is a down low man. Yeah, Crip Mac is a down low man. Yeah, I could go through the list. 4 extras, a down low man. 4 extras. I talked about him last night. I don't care if he's in jail or not. But I want y'all to look at Brick Baby one more time. Brick Baby, we gonna play this one more time for me. Listen, man. I see you, man. Be direct, homie. Brick Baby, you could be direct. Ask Spider Loke about Grown Man Business TV. Ask him, man. I done went back and forth. I done did that with Spider Low. He know who I am. Y'all niggas know who I am on the West Coast. You thought I was just gonna talk about New York? Nah. The one thing I can say about the New York dudes is they ain't moving like this. A 6-inch or a foot long. That's what you thought to ask that man. That's what you want to know. If the police pull you over, is you gonna tell them is you gay or not? Why are you asking these questions, Brick Baby? I done got the look. I done got the pure dope out the way. They done stole the land. If you want to know about them stealing the land, just hit that little red dot right there. But we gonna talk about this a little bit more. 95% of the gang members on the West Coast are down low homosexual men. And they hang out with Adam 22 because Adam 22 lets them be who they really want to be. When they get around you, when they get around me, they are fighting their sexuality. It's a war going on inside. Inside. He don't know what he want to do. He don't know if he want to fight the Hoover or if he want to give him a 6-inch or a foot long to the Hoover. See? And I'm gonna tell you this before I'm gonna let him tell you this. Brick Baby, go ahead and talk to him, Brick Baby. Can somebody get Brick Baby in here and have him explain this to me, please?
We got sandwiches. See, I respected already. You know what? No, but look, already.
A 6-inch or a foot long. 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 A 6-inch or a foot long.
See, I respected already. You know what? No, but look, already.
A 6-inch or a foot long. 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 A 6-inch or a foot long.
Yeah. There it is right there, boss. There it is right there, boss. You got to know the difference. That right there, look his eyes right there. Look his eyes. That eye right there. It's this one eye right here. It's not that one. It's this one right here. This eye right here. That eye right there. That's the eye right there. That eye right there. And as a man, you should be able to look at another man in his eye. In his eyes or his eye. One eye. And you should be able to tell something like, what the fuck you look like that for? Why would you look at me like that with your one eye like that? I will ask you. You'll put your head right on the spot. Excuse me, sir. Hold on. Let me ask him a question. Why is your one eye looking at me like that, boss? Nah, man, fix your goddamn eye, man. Don't look at me like that with your eyes like that. Yo, what you talking? You gotta know, you know exactly what I'm talking about, nigga. Fix your goddamn eyes before you talk to me, man. Yeah, that's when we say shit like that in the South, man. Hey, fix your eyes when you talking to me, son. Don't talk to me like that. What you mean by that, grown man? I said fix your goddamn eyes while you talking to me, B. I'll stop you right there. 6-inch or a foot, like your hold up, homie. Hey, cut the cameras off. Cut the cameras off real quick. Hey, man, we gonna have to handle something, man. Fuck you mean, 6? Don't worry about how I like my Subway sandwiches, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, straight up, bro. Don't ask me how I like my Subway sandwiches, bro. Don't you ever do that shit again. So I'm telling you. Don't ask me how I like my goddamn sandwich. Ain't none of your business. I don't like a 6-inch, so I chop my Subway sandwich. I chop my Subway sandwich into sections and all that. I don't eat a 6-inch or a foot long. I like my shit chopped in sections. See? Why was this happening? Why? And I'm gonna tell you something. Adam 22 is the West Coast P. Diddy. Yeah, New York, we not gonna let them ride with this shit. New York City, we not gonna let them ride like that. Yeah, no taxation without representation. Adam 22 is the West Coast Puff Daddy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. When Adam 22 goes through his humiliation ritual, he's going to have recordings of Brick Baby and Crip Mac. He's going to have recordings of all these gang members getting freaky and doing freak-offs in that warehouse. I wouldn't go in that warehouse, man. You know what they do in that motherfucking warehouse? The no jumper warehouse? They freaking off in there. Yeah, I said it. I told the people, fuck it. I told everybody, you don't like it, do something about it. I told everybody what y'all been doing on the West Coast. I'm telling every goddamn body. I got a good audience. I'm going to tell everybody what y'all doing over there. Adam 22 is the white Puff Daddy. He's the white P. Diddy. He got all these gang members doing porno flicks and activities and scenes and all. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they doing over there. That's why Brick Baby felt so comfortable asking that man if he wanted a 6-inch or a foot long. And then, you know, Crip Mac halfway, we already know Crip Mac, his screws ain't all tightened up. Crip Mac ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but somehow he went and bought that man a 12-inch foot long sub. He would make sure he got him a 12, he got him a foot long. Handed it to him. Here you go, it's a foot long. What, nigga? Now watch. I'm gonna do it one time. Let's watch this. Let's let the man talk. Let's watch the whole scene, and then we gonna get back on business. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch the whole scene. Watch this. Watch this shit.
This man, Rich, Will Rich.
Yeah. Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like, how you go up your crib?
Man, this gonna be an interesting
This how I
one,
go up my
man.
crib.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. So it's a Subway sandwich. Like, that's how I go.
Like that. Yeah. That's the
I'm already outdoing you.
Yeah.
That's the penitentiary
That's the
seat.
penitentiary seat. He say he been to the
Penitentiary
That's the
seat.
penitentiary seat. He say he been to the
Penitentiary seat.
penitentiary seat. He say he been to the.
So it's a Subway sandwich. Like,
we gonna get
Well,
to
I
it.
haven't been to the pen. I've been to jail.
Yo, you been to jail. So you been to the county.
I've been to the county. I've been to a few.
So Tony, where you from?
So I'm from Fort Worth, Murder Word. I'm from Fort Worth, Murder Word. I'm from Fort Worth, Murder Word. We kill a lot of out there. Murder Word.
Funky town.
Funky town. But we ain't funky. I got on deodorant.
also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like,
I'm from the south side of Fort Worth. I grew up in a small neighborhood called Morningside. That is the 5 Deuce area. So then you have the Hoover Landings when that is like a little bit down the street, like on Rosedale and stuff. And that's where I come from. So we do a little different in Fort Worth. So you see I got on orange. So in Fort Worth,
that's what they wear out here.
They wear out here. Hoovers wear orange.
Okay.
Police ask you if you gay or not, are you gonna tell them yes or no?
they gonna be able to see I'm gay.
So-
In the jail in LA, they make all the gay people go to one side of the jail and all the straight people go. Why?
Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like, also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like, also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like, also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like I said, 5 each your song.
Oh, you got me this?
Yeah, we got sandwiches.
See, I respect it already.
You know what? No, but look,
respect it already.
A 6-inch or a foot long. 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 A 6-inch or a foot long.
He'll take a bite of it. That's how we do it in the county jail, especially with different people from different sets. Like, you know, when you make them gun sets. Like, you know, when you make them gun sets. Like, you know, when you make them gun sets. Like, you know, when you make them Bruno Joy and take some of that brick
I
baby.
don't know if I'm gonna share that.
All right.
That's more like
I'm a
a date.
trust Crip Mac.
Listen,
His
hey.
tattoo say Hoover Killer, so I'm
Tony-
a trust it ain't no
Tony-
killing
Tony-
drugs in this mother.
No. Look. This is different, kid. This
Yeah.
is it's about elevation in life.
Thank
So let's
you.
get into it. No jumper. What's
Because
going on?
I'm telling you, he couldn't even.
Also, it's a Subway sandwich. Like,
All right, man. Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep my foot on their neck for a couple more days. I don't care. You know what I mean? I see y'all talking. I see y'all lurking. I see how y'all feel. I got you feeling the type of way on the West Coast. I said what I said, nigga. I said what I said, and I'ma stand on that. Y'all boys got some sugar in your tank. Yeah, it's nasty work. And we standing on grown man business. And I told you, I'm gonna leave you with this. Never ask a grown-ass man how he like his sandwich. That ain't none of your goddamn business. My wife know how to make my sandwiches. My wife know I like my sandwiches in sections, homie. My wife ain't never made me a goddamn foot-long sub in her whole life. Nah, it ain't happening. Yeah, somebody ass gonna pay. She gonna pay. She know better. Cut it. Nah. Go ahead and cut his sub in sections. 8 sections. Bloop, bloop. I like small sections, party sections. Make it like a party sandwich. I'm not eating no foot long, nigga. You understand me? I don't care if you like it or not. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat, man. Like I said, man, figured I'd tap in with y'all. I'm going back over the road, so you know. On a more serious note, man, we gonna have fun with it. I had to have fun with the West Coast dudes. I did a whole live stream on this yesterday, if y'all want to watch it, where I broke down a lot of these gang members, bruh, on the West Coast. You know, they all weird, bruh, and I don't know why nobody ain't said nothing about it. I don't know why nobody ain't pinpointed this yet. Y'all all hanging out with Adam 22, a known homosexual man. Like, what in the hell is going on? Word to Nipsey, man. That man rolling in his grave looking at you dudes on the West Coast, man. Right? But I'm going to close with this on a more serious note, man. You know, it's crazy times we living in right now. You know what I mean? And everybody's feeling the crunch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is, you know, we all working, we all grinding, we all trying to figure out a way to get to the next level. We all trying to figure out a way to bring more generational wealth, more freedom with your time. You know what I'm saying? That's really the older you get, you realize how valuable, you know, financial freedom is. You know what I mean? Where you can kind of do what you want. If you just want to sleep all day, if you just want to smoke weed, or you want to play the video game, or you want to hang out with family, like just being able to do whatever you want with your time that's the real wealth. Other than health, is health, and then it's financial freedom. You know, the older you get, you realize that those two things are really the only things that matter in the grand scheme of things. Because if you got your health, but you a slave to the dollar, and you got to go to work every fucking day, and you got to pay for lights and water and shit, then it don't feel like you living. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you got all the time in the world, but you ain't got your health, and you sick, and you in a hospital, then it don't add up. So you need both of those to coincide with each other to really feel free in this world. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I said, man, I'm going back over the road. So, you know, you just got to know, right? We all in the matrix, man. We all in the matrix. We all put into the rat race. You know what I'm saying? And some of us are going to work harder than others, and some of us are going to make more sacrifices than others, and that's what's going to separate us. You know what I mean? You know, be willing to make that sacrifice, man. Be willing to look at whatever the situation is, even though you might not want to do it, or you don't want to do it, and be able to decipher what it's going to mean if you do it. You know, if you make this sacrifice and you play it right, how is it going to work out for you? How is it going to benefit your family? How is it going to benefit your time? How is it going to benefit you as a whole? You know what I mean? And be willing to make the sacrifice. Nothing is going to come easy, bro. Nothing is going to come overnight. None of this shit. And if it come too easy and it come overnight, it probably ain't worth having. You know what I mean? It probably ain't something that you really need, and it's probably going to hurt you in the long run. If it come too easy and it come overnight, it's probably going to hurt you in the long run. There's no way around this thing. It's no way to beat the system, homie. It's no way to beat the matrix. It's no way to beat the energy, the God energy that's in us. The sacrifice, if you want to take it to the God energy, well, they say that in that book, they say that God gave his only begotten son. He sacrificed Jesus for the greater good. You know, so regardless of how it go down, it's a sacrifice that has to be made, homie. And me personally, man, I think and I feel honestly like I'm making one of the biggest sacrifices of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? One of One of the biggest sacrifices, man. One of the biggest sacrifices when it come to my family, when it come to, you know, the family unit, when it come to just all of this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm being tested, you know? I'm being tested. And only because I'm somewhat aware. Because I'm not, nah, homie, I'm in the matrix just like y'all. It's still trials and tribulations that come that I gotta look at twice. I gotta double back. I gotta make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing and then try to take the best decision and take the best route. We all the same in this, right? But because I can see through the smoke and mirrors to a certain extent, I can understand and articulate what it is. You know what I mean? Without like bottling it up and not understanding why I'm, you know, nah, I'm making a sacrifice right now. I'm making a huge fucking sacrifice. And, you know, I'm preparing for the rewards. I'm preparing to reap the rewards of this sacrifice. You know, I'm not going to go into details about what I feel is the sacrifice or this ain't the sacrifice. Just know, you know, look at the whole grand scheme of things and you will understand that you're making a sacrifice if you know it or not. You're sacrificing time. You're sacrificing family. You're sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, memories. You're sacrificing so much just to maintain in this matrix. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I just got to say it out loud. I got to say it to my subscribers, to my viewers, you know what I mean, to the people that's in tune with Grown Man Business TV. Like, bro, this shit get, you know, it's turbulence. It's turbulence. But unlike the West Coast dudes, right? I want to find something. Unlike the West Coast dudes, I probably ain't gonna find it. I'm gonna just say it, right? I know what Nipsey Hussle was, and you know, even to this day, man, I could like look at certain Nipsey Hussle interviews or certain quotes from Nipsey, and them shits are like words to live by. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's disrespectful how you West Coast niggas don't hold that man up the way he don't like. Y'all shouldn't be sitting down with Adam 22 talking to homosexual hoovers and all that. You know what I'm saying? After having a Nipsey Hussle story come right out of y'all city. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, right? But Nipsey said one time, he said the game gonna test you. He said the game is gonna test you. You know what I'm saying? And when the game is testing you, that's kind of when you know you're doing it right. That's kind of when you know you are making a sacrifice. And what you need to do, what you got to do is realize that you're making a sacrifice and go hard at it. Don't run from the test. You have no testimony unless you've been tested. You can't talk to me about what it is and what it ain't. You can't give me no game. You can't come and drop no game or no knowledge on me if you ain't never went through the fire, if you ain't never been tested and you ain't never took it there. If every time it get hot, every time you get tested, you turn around and you run. You ain't never went through the fire, so you can't tell me. But see, Nip said that and it always burnt in my mental Rolodex. When the shit feel like it's getting intense, when it feel like it's getting too much, when it feel like you being tested, when it feel like the sacrifice is too big, keep fucking going. Keep going. Don't stop. When it get to feeling like it's too much, go harder. Go harder, man. You know what I'm saying? So, big salute to the chat. And I'm saying that to y'all because I'm saying it to myself. You know what I'm saying? We are reflections, B. We are reflections. You know, you got to know something. It ain't no coincidence why it might be 30,000 in and out the live stream. It might be 40,000 in and out the live stream because you're going to attract to your reflection. So I'm telling y'all because I'm telling myself. You know what I mean? This shit is getting real, homie. It's a lot of homeless people out there. It's a lot of people living with their mama. It's a lot of people living with their grandmama. It's motherfuckers, bruh. It's people renting U-Haul trucks and living in them. That's how bad it is outside. That's how intense it's becoming. That's how intense the frequency is right now with the higher ups and the elites. This spiritual war where you got the demons, you got the demonics fighting for material and monetizing and money. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for, you know, yo, it's so crazy. And then you got good people just trying to live and grow and expand. The higher ups and the elites want to manipulate us. They want to manipulate the people, all for monetary gain, homie. It's all for money. And it's for your soul as well, but it's more for money. Like I said, right, all this land in America, I mean, it's so much open land. If people could just spread out all over America, we would all have some land, we would have space, we would be able to thrive. But you got everybody crammed in New York City, everybody crammed in Texas, everybody crammed in Florida, everybody in Atlanta, everybody in Cali. All these populations crammed up on top of each other. Not because it's better, but because the higher ups and the elites is monetizing, capitalizing, manipulating the situation. And the righteous, bro, we are fighting to get out of that. We are fighting for something. If you righteous, then you feel the frequency, you feel the pressure, you feel it. It's outside, bro. Motherfucker paying $3,200 for a studio apartment. Motherfucker in New York paying $5,000 for a studio apartment in New York City. You know what I'm saying? The average rent for people that's renting is like $25,000 to $3,000 for some bullshit. We all feeling the pressure. We all feeling it. And I ain't going to, preach, but I wanted to end with that. At the end of the day, if it's reparations, if it's not reparations, at the end of the day, the meek is going to inherit the earth. If we got to burn this shit down and rebuild, if we got to destroy and rebuild, that's what's going to happen. And to all my Caucasian counterparts, what I'm here to tell you is there's nothing you could do about it. Y'all reign is over. Y'all done destroyed the earth so much in that 6,000 or 7,000 years that y'all had to rule. Y'all done destroyed it so much that you guys are at a point where nobody can save this shit. Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. It's over for real. It's over, B. The water is poison. The food is poison. You got all these white people with farms and shit. Like, what are y'all doing with farms, B? Like, come on, man. Something ain't right. You know what I mean? And we all feel the pressure. With that being said, I come and talk to y'all. I come and drop game with y'all because the downloads are downloading. The ancestors speak to me. It's not easy going live for 2 hours. It ain't easy. That ain't something everybody can do. It ain't something everybody can do, talking to y'all for an hour or two and keeping y'all in tune and captivated enough to stay in the live stream and interact. Everybody can't do this, and it's draining. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to know, and I appreciate the love because, the energy is felt. You know what I mean? Direct to consumer, straight off the brick into the bottles. I don't have no background. I don't got no green screen. I ain't set up no microphone. I'm holding my phone in my left hand. I'm talking to y'all with my right hand. That's it. That's it. So, big salute to the chat, man. It's Monday. It's the top of the week. Let's stay motivated. Let's stay inquisitive. Let's stay inspired. You know what I mean? Let's represent FBA culture. Let's represent FBA business. Represent FBA authority in front of them people. Let's have some. Let's not be shameless. You know what I mean? Let's have some shame about ourselves. Let's look at what we doing every step of the way. You know what I mean? Stay motivated. Stay inspired. Inquisitive. You know what I mean? Stay in tune. Stay dangerous. All these things at all times. We got to stay on that. And whatever you going through or whatever you striving to be, whatever you want, you gonna have it. I'm telling you, if you believe that that's what you want, you gonna have it. But always be careful what you wish for. Always be careful what you asking for. Because a lot of the times we ask for shit, but we don't ask about how we gonna get it. We just ask for it, but we don't ask about how it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And then when it come, and the sacrifice or what, now you really didn't want it. You really didn't want it. You telling the universe this what I want, but you ain't saying deliver it to me like this. You just saying give me that, give me this, and when they give it to you, so just understand, man. Whatever you asking for, we gonna have it. We are in tune. The energy is powerful, B. You know what I mean? I feel it, and the channel's growing. We approaching 40,000. We at 30,000, 35,000 subscribers right now. all off the muscle, organically. Organically. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot more to come with this channel. It's a lot more to come with this game, with this message. We got a lot more. We ain't even a quarter in. We ain't even scratched the surface with this yet. We're gonna take this shit to higher heights. Higher heights. The more we grow, we're gonna go higher and higher and higher. You know what I mean? So again, man, keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the road, pay attention to what you're doing. I will be crossing state lines at all times again. I will be going back over the road for a week or so and then back home and just moving around. You know, we got to get this money. You know what I'm saying? One way they got us in control is this money, B. They got us locked in. They got us in a fucking Ford Nelson. You know what I mean? I don't care what you doing or what you talking about. And that's why we got dudes like Brick. We got this shit going on with Adam 22 and Puffy and whatever else, because we all got to get this money, man. We got to feed our families, you know what I'm saying? And we got to make these things happen regardless. And however you getting it, I don't care if you was a millionaire. I don't care if you was a rapper. I don't care who you are, Kendrick Lamar. It's a big sacrifice that come with this, all right? So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Listen, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing and we not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight raw, pure dope, right off the brick into the bottles. No extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. No fentanyl, no quinine, no baking soda. We not stepping on this dope. Yeah. I ain't the one that's going to turn one brick to 20, homie. I'm going to give you the brick raw. All right? Big salute to everybody that's in tune with the channel. Big salute to all my day one investors. Big salute to all my members. TPZ, I see you in the chat. Charlie P, I see you in the chat. All my wrenches. And yeah, man, let's just keep giving up this game. We ain't stopping. It ain't nobody on YouTube like us. It ain't nobody like us on YouTube. I carved out a lane for the real, and we are the only ones in this lane. And anybody merge in this lane, they gonna crash out. We going over and aboard for this. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Now, even before I say that, I will be tapping in with y'all from over the road. Once I get my my rhythm back and driving over the road, you know. So if I don't go live tomorrow or I don't go live for a day or so, just know, you know, I'm tweaking some things, but we going to be going live over the road, and I'll be going live from the big house when I am at the big house. All right? So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in.